Hello pilgrims! The section of the Camino de Santiago that I am going to present to you connects Hornillos del Camino with Frómista on a 40-kilometer route. You will probably think that a 40-kilometer stage is too long, but it is not one stage, but two, sleeping halfway in Castrojeriz. The thing is that we already have a video about Castrojeriz and another video about Frómista on this YouTube channel, so I'm going to skip those two towns and explain what both stages are like. So if you want to do both in one, you can, but I don't recommend it because you need to have time to enjoy the Camino, enjoy the towns, and enjoy the people. Let's go! We start the first section of about 20 kilometers until we reach Castrojeriz. If you are a cyclist and it has rained, you will find quite a lot of mud, so the Buen Camino de Santiago app suggests an alternative route that takes us to Hontanas. It is a short and very beautiful stage. The first half is along paths and the second half is along a quiet road. Our biggest problems will continue to be the sun, the heat in summer, and the need to carry water. We pass 10 kilometers, first on a gentle climb and then downhill. We arrive at Hontanas, a village that comes into view almost as soon as we reach it. There are several places to stay for pilgrims in this village. Among them is the Hospital de San Juan. This is a refuge that was set up a few years ago in a building that was used as a hospital for pilgrims in the 13th century. From Hontanas, we continue along a path halfway up the hill. In less than 5 kilometers, the route joins the road. This section is very peculiar, as it is exactly the same route that pilgrims took in the Middle Ages. In other places, the national road has been built over the traditional route and parallel paths have had to be created. But here, far from the national road, the same section trodden by so many pilgrims has been preserved. With these thoughts, we discovered the convent of San Anton. Its ruins evoke a lost past, resurrected today, as this building serves as a pilgrim shelter in the summer. From here, we soon reach Castrojeriz. We arrive at Castrojeriz, the end of the first stage of this video. Remember that we have a video dedicated entirely to this historic town. And if you are staying here overnight, or if you are going to have lunch and it is not too hot, I recommend you try the garlic soup. It is a very simple, typical dish made with bread from the day before, egg, garlic of course, and also paprika, although it is not very spicy. It has become very fashionable with the garlic fairs held in this town in recent decades. We begin the section between Castrojeriz and Frómista. The first thing we come across is the Alto de Mostelares, a 142-meter climb in just under 2 kilometers. After enjoying the sunrise at the top of this hill and continuing on, we reach a crossroads after a few kilometers. Keeping to the right, we can visit Itero del Castillo if we wish. We continue for a few meters and soon arrive at the Hermitage of San Nicolas. Nearby we also find Puente Fitero, a historic crossing. The Hermitage has been converted into a traditional pilgrim shelter of the Camino de Santiago. Itero del Castillo, Puente Fitero, Itero de la Vega all come from the same word, hito, which was a stone that marked a boundary or limited a piece of land. Here, on the Pisuerga River, the province of Burgos ends and Palencia begins. We cross the river and pass through Itero de la Vega. At the entrance we see a chapel dedicated to Our Lady of Pity. We also see a justice rollo. In Boadilla, we find another spectacular jurisdictional rollo. We reach this town after walking for 8 kilometers along fairly flat tracks and paths. Finally, from Boadilla to Frómista, we mostly follow a path parallel to the Canal de Castilla. The Canal de Castilla was built in the 19th century with the aim of making Castilla navigable. It was a pharaonic project and was operational for a few years. However, the arrival of the railway made this idea unfeasible. This point is the intersection of the Canal de Castilla and the Camino de Santiago, which announces our arrival in Frómista, the end of this section. Buen Camino!